Sticky.
What's up, guys? Hope you're having a great day and a better week. This is Sticky Finger Rips coming back at you again with a different kind of video. I am preparing another submission to PSA, and I thought I'd do a video showing you how I do that. So, quick disclaimer, this is my method. If you guys have something that works better for you, more power to you. This is just how I do it, and I've never had any issues. So, let's get into it. First off, your card that's going to be getting ready for submission, we need to protect it and prepare it for shipment. So first off, I have the card. Now when I'm going to submit a card, I don't submit it unless I think it's going to be a 10. So most of everything I get back is either a 10 or a 9. There are some weird outliers, but you can watch my PSA submissions, which I'll put in the description there, and you can check those out. So first off, we want to inspect the card, make sure it's good. We're looking at the spacing, the corners, the edges. And once we're ready to submit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab like a microfiber towel. This is a cloth that you use to clean your glasses. And I'm just going to lightly wipe from the inside out. You want to make sure that you're going inside out and not circles, for example, because you do not want to mess up any of the corners on the card. So I'm going to do that front and back. Then we're going to go ahead and put that in a penny sleeve. From there, it goes into a card saver. Now, card savers are recommended by PSA. They do not want top loaders. They don't want screw downs or snap downs. So please make sure to get yourself some of these card savers. Wow, English is hard today. They're relatively cheap, and this is how PSA wants to get them. With that being said, remember that when you submit your card to PSA, they're not going to change it. They're not going to clean it. How they receive it is how they grade it. So you want to make sure that there's no fingerprints, no, specks of dirt or dust on it, and you want to get it as clean presentation-wise as you can. So this is good to go with submission, but I like to grab a team bag and throw it over, and then I'll stick it down here. Now, this is not mandatory, but I just like to put the team bag over. It's inexpensive, and it keeps grime and dust from sneaking at the top. Also, I used to put a piece of painter's tape here to make sure the card didn't slide out, but this also takes care of that. So that's normally what I'll do. From this point, we're going to prepare it for shipment in the box. And for that, we're going to need some cardboard and painter's tape. This card is not going today, but we do have some of our submissions here. Now, I like to do them in stacks of 10. And all this is cardboard. Take a box, lay down your card saver, and just go ahead and cut it out. Obviously, you can use box cutter, but be very careful with your fingers. They're sharp. Ouchies. Please remember, when you're submitting these cards, you need to submit them in the order that you processed your form for submission. So when you go ahead and go on the PSA website to submit your form, it's going to ask you for the card information, the quantity, and the declared value of the card. Once you put that information in, it's going to list those cards, your submissions, from 1 to, in this case, 20. And that's the order that you have to submit them in. So in this stack, I labeled it 1 through 10. 1 is going to be on the top, and then 10 would be in the back. Continuing with 11 through 20, 11 on the top, 20 would eventually be in the back. So you just want to make sure that you do submit that in order, or else PSA states they will charge you a 5% surcharge and add that to your order, I guess because it takes them more time to reorganize your cards in order. And I guess for their process, it's probably more streamlined if they're in that proper order. So as you can see, I like to do them in stacks of 10. We're already started on this one. So you're just going to get your next card, put it face down on the previous piece of cardboard, get your next piece, lay it on top, grab some painter's tape. And now I like to do 4 sides on the tape. You could probably get away with just top and bottom, but this is where my OCD takes over. Also, I kind of find this whole process a little bit therapeutic. You've been holding on to this card, keeping it clean. And now you're getting ready to send it off for its final phase to get slabbed up for the vault, right? When you're putting this tape down, you just want to very lightly wrap that corner. You don't want to apply too much pressure and risk bending the card. So it's just very, if you can see that, it's just a very light over, and then I come back and just kind of press it down. And then as you go, you'll have 2 clean stacks, 1 through 20. And then the next step is getting them ready to put in the box, which I'm going to pause this video and we'll hop over there. Be right back with you guys. What's up, guys? We're back at it again. Here we have our box ready for shipment. I like to line the bottom with bubble wrap or packing paper. We definitely wrap our cards in bubble wrap. We're going to want to put another layer of bubble wrap or packing paper on this and just make sure it's packed in there nice, secure, so that it's not going to be moving around during shipment. The last thing you want to include in the box before you seal it up is PSA copy 1 and 2 of the submission forms. Once you go through the process and you finalize the order, it's going to give you 2 submission forms to print out, as well as an identification label for the outside of the box. So make sure that PSA copy 1 and PSA copy 2 make it into the box before you seal it up. Then you can go ahead and seal it up. I like to use fiber tape. It's stronger than just regular, packing tape, and it's very difficult to rip it by hand. So it just provides an extra layer of protection for the box, and it makes it a little bit more evident if it's been tampered with. It's not that much more expensive than packing tape, so live a little bit and go ahead and splurge on this for your shipment. The last thing is, well, actually second to last thing, is they're going to provide you with an ID label, which is just a barcode with your submission number on it, and you're going to want to put it on the side of the box. It doesn't matter which side, but make sure to put it on the side of the box. I'll usually get tape and tape the edges of the barcode just to make sure it's secure. But remember not to put a piece of tape over the barcode, because they may not be able to read it with their scanners, and then you get that 5% charge. Lastly, shipping. So I'll normally ship it next day air USPS. It comes with tracking, and it's a really good service. The USPS delivery address is right here local to me in California, so that's the method I prefer. The big thing that I want to call out is insurance. Make sure that you insure your shipment for the full value of the cards. I know it's one of those things that costs, a little extra money, but like everything else, you don't need insurance until you do, and you always want it when you need it, because it would suck to lose this in transit and then you're out all the money for your cards. I think standard ground is insured up to like $100. The last shipment, I sent it next day air, and I think it cost about $60 total with the insurance for the full value of the card. So just make sure you get that taken care of. In regards to shipment back to you, PSA includes that in the submission fees. So that total does include insured shipment back to you for the value of the cards, as well as I believe it's a signature required through FedEx. At least that's how the last 2 shipments I've received were shipped. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this was informative. Please drop a comment. Let me know how you pack your stuff up, or if anything in this video was helpful for you guys. Really appreciate it. Please make sure to drop a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's keep going. This is Sticky Finger Rips, and I'm out. Sticky.